Dave's Scott Hub Media. Today, my guest is Karen from Port Rowan. Where are you in Port Rowan?
I am at Doerksen Country Store. We are on Bay Street, not a suburb of Toronto.
Port Rowan,
yeah.
but I think Port Rowan's better looking anyway. That's
most definitely
than Toronto by far. Yes. I wanted to talk to you because I've been into the store a few times. I love it. You guys help us with the hub. You hand them out, and I really greatly appreciate that. But give me a sense of the history of this store. It's been around a long time, and your family has been involved.
Yeah, the store has been on the property since before I even know when. It's been through several different families. It's always been farm related. It had a grain elevator. We were the end of the railway line, and there was a sideline that came to the building that was an old granary, and they would load out grain and ship it out by train. So we bought it from the last family that did that in 76. And we built up the grain business again, built up the livestock feed business. We catered more to the farm community than we did. We did some business with the local community, but more with the farm. And slowly we got out of the farming business. 2011, Dad sold the business to another family. And we morphed, because we're in town, morphed out of the grain, just not the place for it anymore. And have gone more into the urban farmer, the backyard farmer, that sort of thing.
How old is that? Like that building, like I was thinking back, because I remember as a child going through Port Rowan with my dad, and it was there. Like how long? Roughly?
Well, the train left in 65, I think it was. I have it
was there well before
that. We're in a new building now. The building next door is still an old building that actually came from further down the track. I would say it's well over 100 years old.
That's cool. And it's part of Port Rowan's fiber, right? You guys, one thing I liked about your store, and you and I have talked about this, was when I came into it, there's just that warm feeling. I mean, I really think you guys have captured it, what it is to be a small business in a local community. And you can feel that great vibe. I got to commend you and your staff for that. That's excellent.
Thank you. Good team, goes a long way. We're, and we've all born and raised here for the most part. It's, when it's your town and so many people, it's...
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, everybody knows everybody, right?
You don't get away with anything.
It's like Port Dover, where I grew up. Yeah. Exactly, right? Everybody knew everybody. And you currently work for another family that bought it from your dad,
Correct,
right?
Yes. So they actually are a farming family. I think the last I talked to him about it was around 4,000 acres, and
wow.
Yeah. So it's been a family business all the time, still is a family business. I just got lucky and was left on to manage the store.
How long have you been at the store?
Since 1980. So what's that?
43 years. 43 years and counting. Still going strong. And again, you seem to enjoy it though. Like
I do.
And tell us about a little bit. You mentioned urban farming. Talk a little bit about what you guys do for that neck of the woods when folks want to come into the store. How can you help them?
So we are really into the pet end of it with feed and supplies. We still have livestock feed. A lot of backyard farmers, a few chickens, maybe a cow, a few pigs, whatever. Just a small hobby farm kind of thing. We help them. We have feed for them. We have some gardening stuff. I have nowhere near enough room to do everything I'd like to do, but yeah. And I get to play with puppies on a regular basis, so life is good.
Oh, well, yeah, you can't beat that, right? That's for sure. We should be quiet though, because my husky's outside the door. The lab's upstairs sleeping, and they're being quiet while I do a podcast. I don't know how I've lucked out on
lots
that.
Of treats.
And yes, well, yeah, that's a lot of walks this morning. You guys too. You had mentioned off air. We had talked once before about birding. You guys. I didn't really understand. You guys, yeah. Your kitchen, your office is going to be full soon or something? Yeah. What's going on there?
So part of hobby farms and backyard farming is chickens. And we are an agent for 2 different hatcheries now, actually. We've been working with Fry's Hatchery since the very beginning. And we sell chickens and turkeys from them. Pheasants, actually, they have as well. And just the last couple of years, I've hooked up with another hatchery that does ducks and geese and guinea fowl. So yeah, when the baby day-old chicks come in, they all go to my office so they stay nice and warm and cozy. And yeah, I'm looking for...
You're a real mother hen.
Yeah, definitely.
So when salesmen come to call on you, that's probably not a good time of year, is it?
I tell them, don't come on a Tuesday.
And it's interesting to see, because I do think urban farming is one of those growth industries.
Yes.
It's cool.
Yes.
It's fun. And people want to get back to that, and enjoy
growing their own
right?
gardens, raising their own meat so that they know what's going into it. Yeah.
That's cool. Anything else you want to add? Is there a website? How people? I know where you are. Can people just pop into the store anytime? You get some great bird feeders too.
Yes, the wild birds. The wild birds are also important.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, like that's really cool when you go in there. I'm always amazed.
I actually did a count the other day just on a lark, and I have probably about 140 different kinds of bird feeders here. My boss might say I have a few too many.
There you go, folks. If you're looking for that bird feeder for the spring, Karen's just got a small selection, 140. But I know a lot of my neighbors that they love it. Man. That's fun, right? It's and they're amazing. They're amazing to see when they come to your bird feeders, your kitchen window or whatever, right? Yeah. It's pretty cool. All the different species. So how do people?
We are at 1086 Bay Street. As I like to say, we're across the road from the car wash and the lumber yard. We have a great big sign out front. We're easy to spot. Water towers behind us. Phone number is 519-586-3901. And our website is doerksencountrystore.com. Yeah, I think something like that.
There you go, folks. Well, I think, and you guys are on Instagram and Facebook too, I think. There you go, folks. So get down to Port Rowan this spring and check it out and say hi to Karen. And if she's busy in the office,
I'm always up for a chat.
She's always up for a chat. Obviously, she was willing enough to come and play with me. So I want to thank you for doing that. We always have fun when we chat.
Pleasure.
I do think though, when the birds are in there, give me a shout. And we'll have like a really noisy podcast and see what I can edit out and add in. And don't bring in the roosters, okay? That's a little loud.
Next week we start with the ready-to-lay birds, and 2 weeks after that we start with the day-old birds. But that one's going to be a really crazy day. We won't do it that one. We'll do it on a quieter one.
All right. Sounds like a plan. Thanks for doing this today. You take care.